Good day, beautiful people. Hi, it's me, Rose-Ingrid, and this is a daily dose of Ingrid the Rose, and it's a little late today, but I've not forgotten. I set an alarm for 7 this morning, and my body was like, fuck you, bitch, no. And then I had to work. Excuse me. And, I think a past version of myself would have been like, ugh, well, we missed it. It's not in the morning. It's not happening. So whatever's. But this is not about perfection. It's about showing up consistently. And sometimes this is what it is. Sometimes it is, okay, I didn't get it done before my day at the office started, but I can do it on my lunch hour because it's only, I've never done more than 15 minutes on here. So here I am. That's a song, isn't it? Something. Anyway, I'm sure it is. You can sing it. Here I am. There's probably a lot of songs. And how am I? I'm tired. Today's been hard motivation-wise, but I think it's because I just need a break. Because I've been going back and forth. Ottawa, Montreal, Ottawa, boom, work. Auto fridge, Montreal fridge to support folks, this and that. And then also just my birthday was in the mix of all that too. And my mom's anniversary of her burials and all that. And that was emotional for a plethora of reasons. And some other things were emotional for a plethora of reasons. But also I'm getting inspired and I'm seeing cool things and I'm opportunities and I'm also doing this and I'm being consistent here. And also I'm navigating being seen, which is funny because I get this and I do this on stage, but also being seen is not just, it's different. Being on stage is a different contract. I'm cool with that. It's more comfortable. But the vulnerability of asking, the vulnerability of this, of saying, hey, I get confused sometimes, or hey, I doubt myself sometimes, hey, I need help sometimes, hey, I think I don't count myself properly, or I need to be more, what's the word for it? I said I need to stand on business about me. That is also super vulnerable. Hey, I need help. Hey, I don't like asking for help. Those are all things. So it's all coming together, and that bitch is tired. Yeah. Bitch is tired. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about what I talked about yesterday, which is a blur. I filmed it before going to bed. It's funny, 2 nights ago I hosted a show. I'm hosting a show tomorrow too. And I used some clown things that I learned in my clown workshop. And it was fun and playful. And I'm excited to push that more in where I can in my stand-up. But also, I did some stand-up yesterday, which I didn't plan on, which is dope. And definitely had a couple of offers. So this was really exciting for me. For those who don't know, clowning is my new obsession. And not typical nose on your, red nose or makeup clown. I'm talking, there's something called idiot work or plain clothes clowning that's kind of birthed out of LA that I've been just high-key obsessed with. And the possibility just feels really scary and vulnerable and also kind of exhilarating and exciting. And so I want it. Anyway, all I would say is that I wish that I could take today off, to be honest, and just regroup mentally, physically, emotionally, but I cannot. And that is the wrestling, that is the tension, that is the battle of essentially having a career that's not your job. Though you could argue that my day job is also another career I have. Sure, maybe you call it multiple careers, call it what you want. But the things I spend 9 to 5 doing to pay my bills is not the thing that I think about or want to think about when I'm not at work. And, just most people. No, let me reframe that. The thing that I do all day at work is not what I want to be spending my brain energy thinking about during my day. Some of the principles and skill sets transfer, but I want to be using it for me. I want to be using it to develop new works for others. I want to be using it to help change the world in other ways. I want to be using it not for a corporate brief or whatever's. I want to be using it to help the cool playwright of this indie play I saw at Fringe the other day get funding to do a workshop. That's what I want to be doing. I want to be developing my one person show. I want to be working on a YouTube series that I've been sitting in my head for forever. I want to do that. I want to write a proposal for that project, not for the next thing I have to do, which is, it's going to be interesting work, and it's important from the context of the work, but I don't want to do it for them. I want to do it for us. I'm tired of helping white people make money. I'm tired of helping white people get rich on the back of our skills and heart and spaces. Can I say that? I don't know if I can. I just said it. Not that like I will never partner with a white person. Not that. I'm just tired of like I have the struggle. This has been in my entire career of did not plan on talking about this today, but here we are. In my career of like, I have like these skill sets that lend itself really well to working on a team that is building. So when I worked for Move-In, like the Christian nonprofit and low-key cult that I worked for in my 20s, that I became really like, I found a gap, a space for myself in doing a lot of work and helping build the organization. Like whether they admit it or not, I don't know. We don't really talk anymore, but I know there's parts of that institution that are forever changed because I was there. I'm a self-starter and I'm always dreaming, and I dream too big, some would say, but I'm stubborn, so I'll follow through and make it happen. And I do that for, this founder or for this org or for the work I'm doing here. But then I get lost in that because I just, like a goal to tackle, but then I don't do that same thing for myself fully. And that's the tension that I always have. Like, I'm like, really, if I believe in it, or, if I believe in it, I can be a really good supportive member of a team that wants to achieve. But I want to be a really good supporting member of a team of me. And something that I clocked in my mid to late 20s and in my early 30s, that like I end up in these roles supporting, which is incredible, and I help these institutions grow, and I help bring projects forward, and I get why you would want someone like me on your team, but who's doing that for me? No one. And why would I not do that for myself? You know what I'm saying? And for the communities I care about, and align with the values I care about, you know what I'm saying? Because these institutions that I have worked for don't always align with my values, because they're not me. That's just normal. I don't think you agree with everybody fully. And so I wrestle with that. And I feel like the last Montreal Fringe just wrapped last night. Ottawa Fringe just started this past weekend. And one thing that I've been seeing and taking in is that I'm fucking inspired. The things are coming together. The pieces that I've been like pulling from different parts of my life, and ideas that I had 4 years ago that I never executed on now make more sense because they're like connecting with things I'm doing now. And I just don't have enough space to properly flesh them out and sleep and eat and work out and do my day job and have a social life and support folks in my life and be a good friend and be a good auntie and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I got bills to pay, and I don't know what that means. But that's something I struggle with and I'm wrestling through right now. I was having a conversation with a colleague not long ago. I was like, look, I think I believe in the work I'm doing at work, and I don't mind growing in this role. But if I can't produce and tour and write and develop and consult outside of that, if I can't be the creative I want to be outside of that, then I don't know if I can keep doing this, because that's where my heart is. And that's where my not just my heart, fuck my heart, like hearts are important, but like that's where my passion is. It's where my values are. And so like the hope is I could, in a dream world, I'd have a role in a place where there's not only room for it, but there's celebration of like, yeah, man, go build, go produce, we're better for it, And we'll see if that happens. Like I'm open. But those are things I'm pondering. I'm excited about some ideas I'm working on, some connections and relationships and contracts that are being made relationally and creatively of late. I got like a list yay long of things to do for like some live shows coming up, for fundraisers that I'm doing for the Europe trip that I'm going on. I'm just purposely to be like, not if I go or for whatever, I'm like, I'm going. It's not up to me to know how. It's not up to me to know where the cash is coming from or how I'm going to fund it. I'm going. I'm going to be faithful with what I have, and then intentional and be bold in my asking. So this week, like, I got to send out a newsletter. So if you haven't signed up for it, sign up for my newsletter. I'm sending something out this week. I'm working on 2 fundraisers, one in Montreal and one in Ottawa. One in Montreal is with my friend Sloan, who's also traveling on this trip. And then the one in Ottawa is going to be just me. And so that's going to happen in July. Keep an eye out for that. If you want to help in any shape or form or donate to the cause, an auction piece or donate some skill set, holler at me. And this has been cool to just kind of process and think too. What else? It's getting to the 11-minute mark. I think it's almost that time, but I am thankful for creatives and folks doing cool things and pushing through. I am thankful that I get to even do what I do now. I am excited for the future. I am a little tired, I'll admit. And I trust that what I need is here, and what I'm going to need is going to be there when I need it. And I trust that there is opportunity out there to build exactly what I'm starting to dream up. Even if it doesn't exist, that I can make exist, and that all the resources and connections that I need for it will come. And that's the T. And that's what she wrote. Other than that, I hope that you're well. I love that folks have been like, shout out to like Dawn who's been commenting, and Sherry, I love you. I know we haven't met yet, but yeah. And for those who are watching quietly, thank you. Tell your friends. Join me on this journey. We're learning to be seen and to be known, and to step out of our comfort zone, and to try new things, and to I'm just committing to Rose-Ingrid right now. I think that's the freaking fight. To commit to myself in a way that I have not done before, for a result that I've never had before. That's the dream. All of these thoughts and meanderings and musings and processings are boiled down to, I'm learning to commit myself in a way that I've never been taught to, and I've never had the opportunity to, in my life, in my developmental years. And this is the parenting job that I'm doing for my inner child today. And it's scary and it's hard and it's overwhelming sometimes, and it feels impossible sometimes. Sometimes I wish I was just fucking simple and just wanted to clock in every day and go on vacation twice a year and call it a day. I wish that was me, but it's not. And so why fight with myself? Let's lean into it and see what could come out of it. Because what if it turns out good? What if it all works out? What if it actually happens like you planned it? It could go bad, it could fail, and failure is okay. We lean into the flop, you know what I'm saying? But what if it turns out good? What if it turns out better than you planned? What if it works? And that's what I have to orient my mind and my spirit towards. What if it works? What if the dream is not too big? What if the goal is not crazy? What if? And that's the fucking hope. That's the dream. And on that, I gotta go because I'm taking lunch break to do this. So I need to, eat and put this up or schedule it to go up and then go back to work. Love y'all. Tell me about what you're, doing and how this relates to you. If you want, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, support the Indiegogo, please. Shout out. And bye. Love you. Okay.